Right, good evening folks, hello and welcome back to another video. This week I've brought you down to Brighton and Hove and we come to fish Brighton Beach. I've brought my 2 airlight rods out again and also my 2 multiplier reels just to give it another go and hopefully see if we can have a bit of a better session here. I've got some really good bait tonight and I'm really looking forward to the session. I've got my box of squid jigs as well, so we'll see how the bait fishing goes. If it goes pretty good we might do it as a 2-part session, 2 separate videos, but we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, let's crack on and see if we can catch some fish. Right, so for baits wise tonight we've got some worms which I sourced from the Angler's Den tackle shop, and what I'm doing is at the moment I'm just cutting them into small pieces. So you've got 1, 2, getting about 4 baits out of a worm, just really small pieces of lug there, and that's going to be what I'm going to be using to start the session off with. Cut that bit off the tail there. So yeah, between 3 and 4 baits per lug worm. And then we got our Mahusive squid that we caught a couple of weeks ago in Brighton as well. We're going to be using that for tipping off. That's my plan. As for tackle rods choices and things, I've got a pair of Diawa 7HTs. Got them on the right way around this time, guys. Paired with my Akios airlight reels. The rig choice of tonight, we're just using a standard 2-hook flapper. So we got just a worm straight on coming down. So you got one up and then one right below the lead there. I'm using blue leads to complement the airlight really well. Started getting some little nibbles on the right hand side rod, so we'll have a look at that in a second. But I'm just going to cast out my other rod and hopefully here's to a good night. Alright, so the first bite comes to nothing. We're getting bites on both rods now, what looks like very shy bites. I reeled in the first rig and it had absolutely been stripped bare. So yeah, I'm fingers crossed. Hopefully it's going to be a good session tonight. It would be absolutely awesome to have some fish come out for a change. And then later on towards the high tide we'll hopefully throw out some squid jigs and see if we can get anything on that. Yeah, so we're fishing a really big tide tonight. It's around just shy of an 8 metre tide. We're 2 hours into the flood of the tide now. And yeah, everything's going pretty good so far. Haven't cracked off yet, fingers crossed. Haven't had any bird's nests or anything yet. Cool, there you go, look at that bite there. That's a lovely bite on the right hand side. Just gonna wait and see if it develops. I say here's when you know you miss the fish because you're messing around with the camera. But yeah, that was a really nice bite, that was. I'm just waiting now to see if anything happens. There we go. Right, I'm going to have a look, see what we got on that one. Right folks, we caught a fish, our first Brighton fish for a while. And I bet you can't guess what it is. One of my favourite fish. Winter is back. The humble whiting. There we go. Not a bad size one. Good one to start the session. Caught on the lugworm and squid. There we go. Let's throw him back and hopefully we can catch something decent. Right, so I was going to throw a squid jig around, but looking at the incoming waves, I'm not too sure now. And the water is pretty coloured. Yeah, there's some nice big waves coming in here. Looks very bassy if you ask me. So we'll see how we get on, but yeah, definitely don't look squiddy. Not the waves that big coming in. Jesus. Right, get me out of here before I get sucked under the water. There we go, nice strong bite there. Let's find out what we got. There we go, and try to pennel a lugworm, and again, bam, another whiting. There we go. Let's get him back in. Alright, so we're getting bites on the left hand rod. I've had to lift the rod tips right up high in the air because the the waves are crashing pretty close in, and having the rod tips higher up over the top of the waves seems to be working at the minute. Yeah, I had a little bite on the left hand rod. I've got a pennelled lugworm on the left hand side. There we go. We've got both rod tips going at the same time now. There we go. Both going. Yeah, so we've got pennelled lug on the left hand side, hooks wise, I've got a tamers at the bottom and a octopus at the top, and then on the right hand side I've got squid faces on size 2 hooks, I believe, or size 4 hooks, I can't remember, one of the two. But yeah, both rod tips dancing, which is cool. Hopefully we can land some more fish and jobs are good. I think it might be a bit too rough for the squid fishing tonight, unless it really calms down over the top of the high tide. At the moment it's looking like it's going to be a bait fishing session, but we'll see how it goes. If we can get a jig out, we will give it our best shot. Right folks, a few more to add to the tally, another 2 there. This one's quite a big one, to be fair. I mean, it's not a bad size whiting, to be fair. It's nice to be catching fish. Would I like to be catching something else other than the whiting? Probably yes. So we're going to switch over to both rods on a pennel setup and give that a go. That one was caught on a squid face. So yeah, there we go. Whitener back in full swing by the looks of things. And the start of the winter fishing is upon us. Let's get these 2 fellas back. Right, so at the moment it is whiting mania, absolutely everywhere. Just throwing out some big baits on some pennels, pennel the lugworm, pennel the squid. I'm going to give that a go and see how we get on. I'm quite surprised at how well the airlights are performing in the rougher sea. They're holding really nice. I've got no issues with them whatsoever. Again, with the multiplier, I think I'm getting used to that now. Not birdieing it. Haven't had any crack-offs tonight so far. Fingers crossed it's going alright. But yeah, it's nice to be out catching a few fish. Even though they are whiting, it's still nice to catch some fish. And more than one fish, should we say, which is cool. So yeah, it's just nice to be out and having fun. But yeah, hopefully the session goes well. The rest of the session, still got a few hours left yet, so hopefully we can catch something else other than a whiting. Right guys, so a winter session wouldn't be a winter session without one of these fellas, a dogfish, taking the whole squid bait there. We're going to get this fella on hook, get him back in, and hopefully the fishing gods will be a bit more kinder to us and give us a nice bass or something like that. Look at that. So let's get this fella back in and carry on the fishing. Woo! Right, so having fun with the Diawa Millionaire multipliers. Managing to empty not a bad fair chunk of the spool, to be fair, on the cast. I mean, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. We've got a couple of casts left of this session. Just seeing a little bite on the left hand side rod there now. Fair few whiting tonight and a dogfish so far. So compared to the last couple of sessions we've had, it's not been that bad overall, to be fair. Yeah, like I say, checking the weather forecast, completely different to what we're facing today. It said it was going to be pretty much flat calm, but you know, we're getting quite a big swell in the sea, and it's pretty rough and choppy. So squid fishing's got on the back burner. So we'll get back out and give a squid fishing another go soon. But yeah, just for this evening, we're just gonna stick on the bait. There's no point throwing a squid jig around because we probably wouldn't be able to, you know, feel anything or keep the contact with it. But you know, there's always next time. Let's see if these last couple of casts then produce any more fish. Right guys, so that is it for me for this evening. Huge thanks for joining us once again at Brighton Beach. A couple of whiting this evening and a dogfish for the night. Pretty happy with that, to be fair, considering the last couple of sessions have been absolutely diabolical. Still continuing to use the multiplier reels, the Diawa 7HT. I'm really enjoying using this now. I think I've got the hang of it, casting it pretty good, and not getting any overruns or any crack-offs at the moment. So yeah, enjoying using that reel. Paired on the airlights, which are really good fun as well. So yeah, huge thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Join my Facebook group as well, the new group that we set up. Search Eastbourne Fisherman on Facebook. Come and join our friendly community on there, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.